Alright, so here is a November 14th update. It is 10 p.m. Figured out why I was so miserable. I went to the doctor yesterday and I found out I have a sinus infection and bronchitis. So, I'm feeling better today. I've been woke up to a Christmas tree, doing homework. I'm struggling with what to do first. I love the ADHD. So I don't know. I've made quite a bit of progress, but the semester's over next month. I just can't. Some classes I only have 3 classes left, like 3 lecture periods. Some I only have 4. But obviously, like I missed some school, so I have some catching up to do. Thankfully, I have an amazing teacher who is willing to work with me, and like if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be continuing to try as hard as I am. Like I don't think people really understand how much of an impact they make in other people's lives. And I just want, to remind you guys, be kind, be nice. You don't always have to know what other people are going through to be a decent human being. Like, you don't need to know that someone is struggling to be nice to them. I think that is a disgusting behavior. Like, just be nice to be a nice person. Um, I did decorate my living room. I think I said that already. Sometimes I just forget what I say and then remember that I forgot. My hair's getting longer though, so that's cool. This is like I think the most I've gotten up, but a lot of it fell out because I've been doing stuff. Um, I don't know. Just taking it a day at a time, doing my best to breathe, but obviously, with bronchitis, if you know me, you know that I have severe asthma. I have 2 daily inhalers and an emergency inhaler, so I can't breathe. But the fun thing about getting sick and having chronic pain is that I never know if I'm actually sick, or if I'm just hurting. So the back pain that I was experiencing from bronchitis, I just assumed was my fibromyalgia pain because it essentially is debilitating. Like my pain can be so severe. I don't know. The best way to describe the back is it's like I just constantly feel like I need to crack it. It's like at like the point where just like I just need to pop it, but it won't. I had my friend actually walk on my back the other day, and wow, it felt really good. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to this winter. I don't look forward to any winter. Anytime it's cold and I walk outside, I go like this instantly puts my muscles in spasm. So all that fun stuff. Then I found out the medication that I'm taking to not become a drug addict again have been blocking my anxiety medication and my migraine medication. So I quit taking it, but obviously I am so extremely self-aware. I am making sure that, if I see anything or, I'm developing concerning behaviors, obviously I'll get back on the medication, but it's like, dude, I'm such an anxious person. Like, sometimes I'll talk and I'm just talking so fast and so much that I come across as anxious, but in all reality, most of my life I wasn't listened to. Like, most of my life I was talked over. So I'm like, the floor is mine. I have a chance to talk. I'm gonna talk as fast as I can just so I can get everything out. And a lot of people will take that as me being anxious. Honestly, sometimes I am anxious, but I don't know why. Am I the only one that gets upset when they're accused of being anxious when they're not? Maybe it's just because it's like, dude, I know myself better than anybody else. Like, no one knows me as well as I know me. And I don't even really know me that well. I'm learning myself. So I'm learning to love everything about myself, even the things that I used to be embarrassed about, the things I used to hate. I'm me, and that's not gonna change. But my mindset can change. The way I look at myself can change. I can be proud of constantly fighting this fight. Like with people with BPD, women with BPD, they're more than likely their life expectancy is not very long. A lot of us will join the 27th. unfortunately. But honestly, I don't really think I've talked about this with anybody. I think the only reason I didn't join the 27 Club is because I went to rehab at 27. Isn't that crazy? Um, I don't really talk about my ex on here, but I haven't talked to him since October 7th. And I also think that that has quite a bit to do with how I feel about myself and what I think about myself. So that's, I don't know. It's not like, I'm not happy that we're not talking. I'm not happy that we're not together, but it's for the best. It's healthy. You can be upset and you can be hurt by something that is the best for you. And I keep trying to tell myself that, like, I stayed way longer than I should have. But when you love someone and you see their potential, you try to do everything you can to stay in health. But if they don't see the potential, if they are happy, then, there's no sense in me just being a nagger. There's no sense in me constantly saying, hey, 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 or, taking care of them. So I'm always going to love them. I'm going to miss them, but I need to love myself more. So that's what I'm doing. My friend called me goddess today, and I'm like obsessed with it. I'm like, oh, because he's talking to me about how like when he was sick, like can't, and I'm like, I cried all day yesterday. I'm just grateful that I got into my primary. I think having the right doctor, you know, is very detrimental. Like I'm at odds with my psychiatrist right now, and that's not good. Like I'm not happy with her. I don't like how she's treating me. I don't think how she's treating me is good or okay. And I haven't been to my therapist in quite some time because I owe her $150, and as a broke college student who's not working, thankfully to my mother, God bless her soul, she said as long as I see you trying, I will try, and you can best believe I'm working my ass off. I'm gonna make something of my life. I mean, granted, I'm not even, no. I'm proud of myself. I'm happy that I'm doing this. I'm glad that I'm taking the initiative to better my life because, I can control if I'm going to be miserable for the rest of my life. I have the control. It's all in my hand, in my head. But, so yeah, it's like I want to have a 6-figure job. I'm smart enough to do it, and I'm tired of talking down on myself. I'm a great person. I'm a great friend. I'm a great person to have in your life. And yes, I do have a mental disability. Yeah, technically I'm mentally handicapped. Am I gonna let that stop me? Not anymore. The people that love me for me. They don't love me because of all these labels, and so I need to have that mindset too. Like, sometimes I could just like wish I could be a fly on the wall with my best friend and I just, I don't know. I love to see the way that my friends look at me, my friends talk to me. It's just being poured into is an amazing feeling, especially when most of your life people refuse to understand me, and a lot of times people use me because they saw how desperate I was to be accepted and they saw how badly I wanted friends. So just having a group of people that love me for me and they don't want anything from me, they're not trying to use me, is sorry, it's one of the best things to ever happen to me. And I know a lot of people say, like, well, you did that on your own. Like, no, if I didn't have the support I have, I would not be nearly as far as I am. It really matters having a support system, and it matters having people that care about you and listen to you and love you. And they say, I know you're struggling, and I don't want you to go through this alone. That is huge and it matters a lot. So if you can be that person to somebody, you don't even have to like convince them to talk to you about what's going on in their life, but just, offer to be there. Say, hey, if you need anything, let me know. And show up. That's the biggest problem I'm running into. Well, I wasn't following through. I wasn't consistent. I would, make plans, or I would say I would do something, and then, something mental or physical, because I have a chronic illness, and mentally and physically. So, I wasn't reliable, but it's that's no excuse, okay? If I'm making plans, and these plans are very important to the people I'm making them with, I need to keep them. I'm tired of disappointing my friends, and I'm gonna break that cycle of not being reliable, because I want to be reliable to my friends, and I want to do wonderful things. I want to change the world. And if I can do that one view at a time, then hey, I will. Or, I don't even really do this for the views. Right now I can't see a therapist, so this is kind of my therapy. And my whole life I've been told to journal it, write it down. It's no, I don't want to write my feelings down. I don't want to use my hand. I don't want to write it with a I don't want to write with a pen and paper or pencil. So, this is, basically for me, but at the same time, if it helps somebody, then, hey, I made a difference.